Today we're going to learn how to insert a favicon inside our websites. And if you don't know what a favicon is, it's basically the small icon that we see up in the tab when we view a website inside the browser. So as you guys can see in my browser over here on the side, inside Google, over here, we do actually have a small icon up in the top here that shows, the small Google logo. Now inside this website here that I just created, which is just a basic empty template, we don't have any kind of icons. So inside a professional website, it makes sense that we want to have the website logo or something else inside the tab. So before we get started, there's one thing I want to do here since my monitor is quite big and the icons up here is quite small and you guys can't really see what's going on in here. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out what you guys can see here. So you can see more up here in the top. So you guys can actually see what's going on inside the tabs. Now, in order to get a favicon working, I went ahead and went inside my root folder of my website, which is right here. As you guys can see, I have my index file, and I created a folder called image. Now inside my image folder, I have a image of my YouTube channel logo, which I decided to call favicon.png. Well, I didn't really decide to call it this. I recommend you guys call it this because you need to have a separate image for your favicon. Now, one thing to note about this image here, which is, of course, the icon we're going to insert inside our tab, is that it should not be very big. Now, I do actually have a very big logo here because I did not prepare a small image, but if you were to use a favicon, you need to make sure that the icon is not a huge image that's like 500 times 500 pixels. Instead, you should try and make it very small to save up space. The larger the image is, the more resources need to be loaded inside your website. And since the favicon is going to be on every single page of your website, you don't want it to be very resourceful, okay? So now that we have an image, or at least this image here, which you guys can download in the description of this video if you want to have it, just for practice, we're gonna go ahead and insert it inside our website. So inside my HTML document, inside the head tag, we're gonna go ahead and include a link. So I'm just gonna go ahead and include a link tag. And inside this link tag, we're going to go ahead and include a rel attribute. Inside the rel attribute, we're going to set this type of link to shortcut space icon. Now after the rel attribute, we're going to go ahead and set a type attribute. The type attribute is going to be a image /png. And after the type, we're going to go ahead and set a link to the actual image. So I'm going to set a hyperreference to the folder called image. We're going to dig inside of it with a /, and we're going to go ahead and set this one as favicon.png. So now that we're actually linking to the image, we can go inside our browser, and as you guys can see when I do actually refresh the browser, we get a favicon. So this is a very simple thing to do. It's not really complicated, so we're not going to spend too much time in this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned how to insert the favicon, and I'll see you guys next time.